Today, I am coming at you with a video that is going to show you exactly how to start selling products online in 2021, specifically using platforms like Shopify, maybe you're dropshipping, but this is what the pros are doing right now when they're testing new products. So if you want to actually get things up and running, maybe you've been struggling to either find the right product or even get sales on it. Maybe Facebook ads or TikTok ads is just not your bread and butter. What we're going to talk about in this video is going to help you out so much and probably even be more valuable than most courses. So if you're excited for it, make sure to smash a like down below. It's absolutely free and it helps me out a lot. We're gonna jump right in. I wanna talk about this strategy. This is the same thing, by the way, that I'm not only using for my stores, but we're duplicating this for dozens and dozens of clients inside of our advertising agency. So if you wanna see exactly how we can partner with you on a Shopify store and manage all the advertising, make sure to click the top link in the description and book an absolutely free call with one of our client managers so we can run you through what that process looks like and how we test products for under $100 each. All right, let's jump right in. I want to talk about a crazy concept, so go into this with an open mind. All right, this crazy concept, it requires me to ask you a few questions first. So let me know your thoughts. You can think about this in your head. You can comment it down below, but play this game real quick because this will make a lot of sense in a second. If you get your product for $9, that's your cost, your company's cost to source a product, okay? How much would you sell it for? How do you come up with that answer? Drop a comment down below. Is it because Amazon sells it for 25, so I'm gonna sell it for 25? Or maybe I wanna price it less than Amazon, so I'm gonna sell it for 24. How do people actually determine their pricing, right? And does that actually affect if the product sells or not? I mean, if the product's priced too high, why would someone buy it? Why would they pay more than what someone on Amazon would pay for it, right? Drop a comment. Why do you think, okay? We're gonna go through that. Number two, what would your ad cost be per purchase? After you answer this first question, let's say you want to get your product, you're getting your product for $9 and you want to sell it for $30. What would your ad cost be? Okay, how much would that cost? What would you want it to cost? And number three, when you are testing, what would tell you that something's not working? This is almost the most important piece of the puzzle. It's not finding the winning magic product, which, by the way, when you're doing product research, don't think about it as a winning product that you found. Think about it as, I just found a product that might be worth testing. Because that difference in your mindset is going to make a huge difference in your ads. Because if you think it's a winner, meaning it has to work, you're going to spend more money on ads on something that's clearly not working, okay? You don't want to do that. So what would tell you that it's not working? We're going to talk about all these things, okay? But I really want to explain this crazy concept first and just dive right in, because this is where things get crazy. And if you think about this, let's say your product is $9. Let's say that your cost is $9. This will upset some people, but it's what you should do, okay? It's something great that you should try that most people don't do, so it gives you an advantage. It's a competing edge. All right, try pricing your product low. So this is something that kind of goes against the grain. It goes against what most people think about, but that's what generates results. So for an example, if you get that product for $9, let's say it's a phone case, okay? Just as an example, phone case is $9 all in. Well, try selling it for $13.99. Try selling it for $11.99. You might be like, Hayden, what are you thinking? Why? Why would I sell a product for way less than I could, less than everyone else, and actually so low that it's impossible for me to make money? Let me answer that for you. Even if you were selling it for $13.99, let's call it $14, it gives you a $5 margin off of the $9 cost. Realistically, when you're starting, that $5 is operational expenses anyways. Your Shopify plan, your apps, your fees, that's gonna cover the difference. You're gonna be operating at a loss, okay? Go into it expecting that. But if the product doesn't sell at $13.99, if you try it for a week or two and it's just not getting sales, why would it sell for $24.99 or $29.99 or even $19.99? Why would it sell? Think about that. So this is actually the craziest strategy ever in terms of hacking the system to test a product efficiently. Now, to do this, you might need to come in with a higher budget and be willing to test. You might be willing to spend another $1,000 or $2,000 on product testing. But if you're starting a business, at the end of the day, that means you got to do whatever it takes. So what's a couple $1,000s more? And I understand you might not have a lot. I didn't start with much money 5 years ago. I went broke multiple times when I was trying to do this strategy, okay? But that's so low compared to any other business. You want to open a pizza restaurant, you need to come in with a couple $100,000 and you're going to get a commercial loan for another $1,000,000. I mean, like it's not even a comparison. This is a very easy cost of entry. Get it done. Don't make excuses. So we're going to talk about some platform differences, but I want to jump up here and answer this question. What would your ad cost per purchase be? So if you're getting the product for $9 all in, and let's say you're going to sell it at first for $13.99, which gives you roughly a $5 margin, okay? You have an additional $5 to play with. Your cost per purchase, my friend, when you're first starting, let's say you're using Facebook ads, I can almost guarantee you your cost per purchase is not gonna be $5. Now, since you're selling your product for so low, your cost per purchase will go down because it'll attract more people, especially if it's a good product. And this is where it's a really cool concept. If it's a super sick product that is gonna work and you make a really cool ad creative for it, you actually might slide into that $5 range. You can have cost per purchases that are that low. The way where this is normally skewed is because platforms like Facebook, they take time. It's not based off, okay, I'm targeting the right interest of 30 million people. It's based off, okay, I'm targeting the right audience and my pixel is helping me optimize to find the right customers inside of that 30 million pool of people, because that's a large amount. So the key here is getting data. So this is where this strategy goes absolutely ballistic. And I'm actually breaking down and showing live how to do this inside of the e-commerce program and stuff. And I have a new e-commerce program that I'm working on. I usually do one new one a year. I'm working on some other stuff on like TikTok ads and Google and some new Facebook strategies, talking about other platforms as well and like different creative strategies, which will be fun. So you guys will see that probably in the next few months. But if your cost per purchase was, let's say, $8, which is not bad, right? That's great on Facebook. You're losing a couple dollars for every single order. Yes, you have some overhead with your Shopify store as well as your apps. Call it $75. You might be losing a couple dollars, but if it's moving in the right direction and does get a lot of sales, even if you're losing a couple dollars on each sale, it's letting you know that the product works. And as soon as it starts working, you can start raising the price, because now you know it works. And it just goes back to that whole thing of, look, if it doesn't sell for $13.99, just be done with it, dude. And it'll actually cost you less to figure that out than it would if you started at $24.99. You're gonna need to spend more money on ads to have reached a proportionate scale to be able to sell something at a higher price. So it's actually a good way to test products. It might seem inefficient, but it's a badass strategy. It really is, okay? And nobody ever talks about stuff like this because it's not popular opinion. You know, I don't make videos to appeal to someone because it sounds sexy and it's, you know, makes them feel good. This is just the truth, and this is something you can do that works very, very, very well. To the point where I'm comfortable not only spending my own money to do this, but client ad spend. You know, when our clients come in, it's their credit card on the ad account. So we're very cautious when we're spending someone else's money. So this strategy works. Now, let's talk about the platform differences. If you're getting a product for $50 and you're saying, well, can this strategy be applied? Right? Can I sell a product for $65 that I'm getting for $50? Yes. But it does depend what platform you're on, because your platform will have to change this strategy. So Facebook is a great platform for this strategy. This is where I have the most experience with it, and it's really good for any price point. I like a little bit like higher average order values. I like to, once I know the product's working at least, I like to at least be in the 30s. That's a very healthy spot. If my average order value is under $22 to $24, that's where it starts to have issues. Facebook and pretty much every ad platform has a natural fluctuation. Cyclical, both different times of the year, cyclical based on what's going on in the market, but also seasonal. So through the holidays at the end of the year, costs can actually go up. Now, last year in 2020, that was different because costs actually started to slide down for the first month and a half of the last quarter. And that was because a lot of people were getting banned off of Facebook and a lot of stuff was different than the previous years. So the cost actually went down, which was crazy, and sales went up. So margin was very healthy. But I really like to have that higher average order value on Facebook because it's a platform that changes a little bit. There's inconsistencies, but overall it's pretty dang consistent. So even something like a $30 average order value, you can have a very healthy margin. You know, my main brand, we have like a $34 to $39 average order value. And just on Facebook front end sales, we hit a 30 to 35% margin. So it's super, super healthy, and you can scale very large on Facebook. With TikTok, This is obviously a newer platform. TikTok is good in my opinion, and I have limited experience on TikTok. I haven't spent millions of dollars on it yet. It's a new platform. I'm still playing around, all right? So cut me some slack here. But low and mid ticket products, okay? So things like the $9, the $15, the $20s, the $25s. The reason I don't want to, and I haven't really tried this, but in my opinion, even when I tried to sell a product inside my brand that was $35, I noticed it didn't get a lot of sales. It actually lost money. And the reason, it makes money on Facebook. It does very well on Facebook and Google, but it lost money on TikTok. So I realized TikTok is so fast paced. It's insane. I mean, if you have that app, first of all, you probably shouldn't have it on your phone unless you're making content, because that sucker is a time sinker. Like you get, it's so fast paced. You look up and an hour later, you just watch like 3,000 videos. And it's crazy. So people are moving fast paced, which means impulse purchases. If you're going to get a sale, it should probably be a lower price product and you get an impulse sale. You're conveying an emotion. For an example, we did a campaign. It was LED lights, right, for someone's bedroom. It goes around the back, the headboard, on the back side of the headboard on their bed, and it creates like a cool vibe. It can go under the bed frame, around the edge of the room, behind a TV, whatever. We did this as a total test. And it was really cool because we played like, kind of like sad, emotional love music behind it. And we had a couple laying down in the bed and like put some cool text over it. And it totally conveyed an emotion. And the TikTok actually got so much more organic reach than we had paid for the paid reach, because people just liked the video and it seemed like a normal TikTok. It didn't seem like an ad. And so TikTok's one of the only platforms I've noticed where it really gets that traction, but it doesn't do very well, in my opinion, on a product that's more expensive. Now, from an actual practical advertising standpoint, from my experience on TikTok, a lot of your ads might only be at break even. They might not make a lot of money. So the cool thing is, as long as you have your Facebook and or Google Pixel on your website as well, even if you're breaking even on TikTok, you're getting a lot of exposure. Hopefully you're getting some followers. Make sure you got a TikTok page built with a few different pieces of content on there at least, but you're also building data. So now, even if you run at break even on TikTok for a while, you can then transition over to another platform, and now you have data. So Facebook and Google can help you optimize. Now, Google itself, just to kind of touch on this, is better for a higher average order value. Google has a lot of mistracking issues, but a higher average order value like $50, $60, $80, $100 can definitely give you that extra wiggle room to make something profitable. So Google probably isn't the best place to start this strategy. Okay, just being honest. And I wanted to show you guys this strategy. I wanted to show you some of the basics behind it for free because I want to see how it works. I want to see how this works for other people who try to duplicate this. And it's a really cool thing. It's something we've been doing for quite some time. Now, just keep in mind, I want to show you this real fast. Let's say you are selling iPhone case. Okay, that might be a bad example. We're just going to roll with it. Okay, here's a cool, durable looking phone case. Okay, 676 orders, decent reviews, not bad. I'm not saying you have to source off AliExpress. Sure as hell I don't, but this is just an example. Okay, they got the new Pro Max. Let's see what the actual costs are on some of this. 74-cent shipping. Well, you got Chinese New Year coming up, so shipping might be a little slower and more expensive. We're gonna ignore that for now. Let's say you're $6 all in on this, maybe $7. Okay, what does this sell for on Amazon? Okay, Armor phone case. So iPhone Armor case. Let's just see if something comes up that looks somewhat similar. This is kind of similar, a durable looking case. $40, dude, $40. So just an example. These are obviously more intense, more in depth, but some of these simple ones that are kind of similar, 16, 18. So even if you're all in at $6, $7, you can still do this strategy on some products, not all. You can do this and actually still be priced lower than Amazon, which is great, while still having a healthy margin. So maybe go sell this phone case for $8.99. Don't be stingy. Don't try to make a ton of money. The goal is to basically lose money because you want to test. You want to test it. So doing things like finding the price gap with products while you're doing product research between products on AliExpress or whatever your sourcing cost is going to be, wherever you're fulfilling, through platforms like Amazon, where you can see, okay, these sell for at least $16. That's kind of the minimum. That's like the minimum amount here. So it's really cool to see that, and you can just go do this on any product. It works really, really well. So I definitely want you guys to try that out. If it's something that makes sense, let me know in the comment section down below what you're gonna try on it and how. I would love to see if we can have a conversation. Maybe I can help you structure this the right way. But nonetheless, coming at you guys with some crazy strategies, tips, tricks, and tutorials, as well as live examples all year long. So make sure to smash like if you got any value at all in the video. I'd appreciate it. Definitely subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell as well. Again, mention you guys with the advertising agency. We don't charge for very frequently a $10,000 or a $20,000 a month retainer, only when we're aggressively scaling someone with multiple stores. The way that we work on it, we take a small monthly retainer to cover our team's cost. We don't make any money off that. We cover that cost, and then we take a percentage of the profits. So this works for both people who want to scale aggressively. We have a whole media buying team for that. And then we have a team of 8 media buyers that focus primarily on Facebook, and their job is just to test products. So they're really, really good at using strategies like this while still typically staying profitable in the testing phase to do this over and over again. So that's how you know this works. This isn't just, hey, I tried this once on one store. This is like, years of doing this and kind of hacking the system and now doing it for clients as well. So if you want to see what we do inside of our advertising agency and go through specifics on that, as well as see with how we work with our clients, all you got to do is click that top link in the description, fill out a quick little form. You can get on a free call with our client manager, ask any questions, and they'll run you through our strategy. They'll talk to you about what we do, the typical cost of the ad spend per product, typically how many products it takes to find a winner, stuff like that, and then potentially set you up with our media buying team so you can actually get things rocking and rolling. So be sure to check that out. It's a great way to kind of hack the system and do really well in the e-commerce space in a time where a lot of people aren't doing too great and think it's dying. So you can take advantage of that. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed a cool strategy. I'm definitely coming at you guys with some more stuff. So make sure to drop a like down below. And with that being said, I'll be seeing you in the next video. Peace.